Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thanks for clicking this video. So today's video is going to be slightly different. I got some questions asked by individuals. Please, I can't tell you who asked, whether it's a male or female, strictly anonymous. So I got some questions asked by individuals, and here today's video, I'm literally going to give you my best advice to those questions. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe, and if you want to reach out, if you have any question in mind, drop it on the comment section and I'll surely reply. So let's go into the question. Number one question is, how can I better communicate with my partner, especially during time of conflict? One thing you should understand is this: the key to a strong relationship is communication. Communication leads to a strong foundation in a relationship. Without communication, there is going to be crack in a relationship and it will lead to breakup. Second thing you should understand is this: both when good and in difficult time, there should be strong relationship. Most especially in difficult time. I don't play with the card of let's communicate well in good time, then in bad times, when we're having issues, or when I'm going through difficult times, or when my partner is going through difficult times, we communicate little. No. Mostly in difficult times, we communicate more. The third is this: you should have in the back of your mind that in every relationship, there must be conflict. Now, it's how you solve that conflict that matters. If you solve it reasonably, amicably, it makes you guys stronger. For instance, if you notice, when you have sex after resolved issues, that sex is really, really sweet. Then, on the other hand, if you have issues, unresolved issues, conflicts that have not been resolved, they've been piling up, that is leading to crack in the relationship and it could lead to breakup. The first step to resolving conflict in a relationship is willingness. If you don't have the willingness, the self-will to resolve that conflict with your partner, there is not going to be a resolved conflict. You must have that willingness to resolve it. I'm not talking to a particular person in a relationship, I'm talking to both parties. You individually must have that willingness to resolve it. If there is no willingness, the free will to resolve it, you can't move further. That relationship, that conflict will elongate to the point of relationship being broken. Now, after you have that willingness, the self-will to resolve it, there comes in communicating. But in this part, communicating is slightly different. You're communicating, yes, but it's on the level of listening. It's more than communicating. This part, you sit and you listen without you pointing fingers, without you interrupting. Mostly about interrupting. You shouldn't interrupt your partner when he or she is trying to explain himself. If you interrupt him or her, each point he makes, believe me, he will feel offended and you will not be comfortable. Plus, furthermore, he could or she could actually feel disrespected. So, listen attentively without interruption. Then while you're communicating or while you're discussing or while you're expressing yourself, always use I, not you. I'll explain. When you use I, like, I don't like it when you're doing this. I don't like it when you do this. I don't like this. I don't like that. But when you use you always do this. You always do that. You do this. If you could check the difference, you see, you is like you're pointing finger. You're blaming that other party. But I, you're personally expressing your feeling. So I always advise for you to use I, not you. The next is don't bring up the past in a present issue. Do not bring up the past in a present issue. Also, while you are discussing that issue, while you're trying to resolve that issue, always focus on that particular issue. Do not focus on the individual. Focus on that particular issue. Because if you focus on the individual, you are surely going to have no resolution in the issue. So always focus on the issue, not on the individual. And yeah, We could also say, yeah, when you're having when you're communicating or trying to resolve issue, anger comes up and stuff like that. So this way, I always advise when you're communicating, when you're listening, when you're trying to resolve issues, do not use insultive words. Don't use aggressive words like "Are you okay?" It's like you're mad. Stop using aggressive words when you're trying to resolve issue. It brings in anger and it makes the atmosphere heated up. And next, I always advise when you are trying to resolve issue and it leads to a point where you're sensing the point of anger, please just let it go. That point, you guys to have take a break. Yeah, take a break. Then when you guys are now when there is now peace, you can come back to resolve the issue. And last but not the least, whenever you have resolved an issue, please try your best not to go back to that problem. Now, I think I've answered this. Again, I'm always going to tell you communication is really, really important in time of conflict. Next question is how do I know? So I'm reading from the book, so I'll read exactly what the person said. How do I know if my relationship is healthy or if it's time to move on? Well, I think these kind of two questions. Because of time, I'll list and explain briefly without wasting time. So first, and I listed them, so I'll just picking them up to explain. Now, first sign of a healthy relationship is open communication. There must be communication. Always 247. There must be communication. Call, WhatsApp, video, sending pictures, mention there must be communication. That's a first sign. Second sign is second sign is mutual support. Mutual support. Both parties are supporting each other. Both parties are supporting each other. There must be mutual support. Next sign is respect. You guys respect each other. Yes, respect. Also, equality. There is no competition. Hey, you have a project in mind. You could actually bring your babe, or your babe would actually bring you along. Next is healthy conflict resolution. Like I said earlier, how you handle conflict. If while you handle conflict or each conflict you have leads to fights, leads to aggressive insults and stuff, bro, sister, you have an issue. Now, the opposite is actually how you know if it's time for you to leave a relationship. I listed some of them down, but I'll try to explain. Now, it's attitude. So, attitude towards correction, attitude towards correction, attitude towards resolution. When you have someone that has this kind of negative attitude, when he or she have done something bad, and instead of her to apologize, she leaves it. You know, there's something I noticed. Like when you have an issue with someone, or when someone insults you or offends you, instead of the person to directly say, I'm sorry, what the person does is leave it. Won't talk to you for weeks or maybe days. The next time chat you up and be like, how are you? That's wrong. Why would you be in a relationship with someone and you have offended the person? Instead of you to openly say, I'm sorry. Guys, sorry can't take a lot. Sorry ends a lot of things. Sorry resolves a lot of things. Instead of you to say, I'm sorry, you just leave it like that. You won't chat up the person. You think like time heals without you apologizing. It's wrong. Next is busy. When you have a partner that's always forming busy, let's see he's busy. Why not communicating when you're busy? Or more, just let's go. If he's always playing that card of being busy, there is an issue. There is 24 hours in a day. Someone can never be busy. It's not possible. It's not possible. You can't be busy. Next is insult. Now, if you notice your partner is always aggressive, either by physical aggression or by verbal aggression, just move on. I don't understand why you be in a relationship where you're not happy, where you're not feeling comfortable. Any small thing, your mind split. Say, this one is insulting me. Use your secret against you. Calls you names. and even goes extra mile to lay his or her finger on you. But one thing you should understand is this: when you don't feel comfortable, because relationship is a peaceful zone. When you don't feel peace, you don't feel happiness, you're not comfortable, just move on. Next question is, what are some strategies for maintaining a strong and lasting relationship? I think I mentioned this. This and also the second question is almost the same thing. But like I said, I always answer your questions. So, what are the strategies for a long lasting relationship? Right? I said, and I'll always say, the first and number one is communication. Because of time, I'll just wrap it up. Communication. There must be strong communication. In times of conflict, very, very important, and in good times, there must be strong communication. No privacy. But as well, you should also give boundaries. Oh. Yeah, boundaries. Next is respect and appreciation. You should always respect each other and appreciate each other. Hey babe, thank you for the food. I really appreciate. There must be appreciation and respect in a relationship. Next is compliment. There should always be compliment. Babe, you're looking beautiful today. Hey, my baby is handsome. I like your beard. Stuff like that. Next is fast and harmless resolved conflict. Always resolve your conflict amicably. I think I explained that first one, yeah. Always resolve your conflict amicably. I have a friend, I told her this. If we are to have an issue, please and please let that issue not pass 24 hours. For me, that's how I do mine. I always make sure my conflict or my issue with my partner can never pass that particular day. It must end that day. We can't bring it up to the next day. Next is build trust. Yes, there must be trust. One thing is this: you guys think trust is built in a day. No. Trust is little drops. Let your action and your words align. If your action and your words are not aligning, bro, sister, there will not be trust. And there should be zero privacy. Next is me time. Yes, you should have you time. Think about yourself. Upgrade yourself, your personal being. Think about yourself. Don't say, why will I have me time? That if you're doing the negative part. But the me time should be on the positive part. Hit the gym. Take care of yourself. Even you ladies, you guys should take care of yourself. Leave the home. It's not every time you'll be like arranging the house. Let the man do that. Go out, flex, enjoy yourself, go for maybe girls outing, but be reasonable about it. And yes, a man that trusts you and a man that loves you will surely allow you to have me time. Next is share goals. Always share your goals. Be supportive with each other's goals. Next is humor and fun. Play. I always advise people, marry your friend. Before you date someone, make sure you guys are friendly. That's it. Then last, that what you guys are always trying not to understand is romance. There should be romance in every relationship. It's not and every time. It's not like only at the beginning or when your lady has given birth to stop. No, there should be romance each time, every period in a relationship. Yeah, this is the first video on this. I'm kind of test running stuff. So I picked only 3 questions for this particular video. So on the next video, I'll be answering more. There are actually more questions. So this is actually the ending of this video. Please and please, if you like this and you want more of this, please click on the like button, subscribe, turn on the notifications. When I drop a video, you surely see it. And if you have questions, drop it on the comment section.